One day in the Wild West could kill you.
The sun burned my back when I rode into town. Dust Creek looked small, but my heart felt heavy. I wanted work, food, and a safe home for Clara. My boots kicked up dust as I tied my horse. A man by the well nodded. "You new here?" he asked. "Yes," I said. "Just looking for work." He spat on the ground. Work don't last long in Dust Creek. I walked into the saloon. Music played weak and slow. Men sat with cards, money on the table. The smell of smoke filled the air. Behind the piano sat a woman. She looked at me, her eyes sharp but kind. "You look lost," she said. "I just need food and rest," I answered. She smiled. "Name's Hannah. And yours?" "Caleb," I said. She leaned closer. "Dust Creek eats men alive," she whispered. Her words cut deep, but I forced a laugh. "I only need a day's work," I said. She shook her head. "No man lasts a day." I turned, but Sheriff Kane stood near the door. His hat low, his eyes hard as stone. "You drifted far, stranger?" he asked. "Yes," I said. "Just looking for peace," he smirked. "Peace don't live here." Deputy Briggs stood beside him, hand on gun. He looked at me like I was already guilty. I felt Clara's face in my mind. I had to stay safe, whatever the cost. The sheriff stepped closer. "You got family here?" he asked. "My sister," I said. "She needs a safe place." He smiled thin. "Then you'll pay the price." "What price?" I asked. "The price of living in Dust Creek," he said. Hannah touched my arm. "Don't push him," she whispered. I nodded, but anger boiled inside me. The sheriff left with Briggs. The saloon grew quiet. I sat at the bar. "Water," I told the bartender. He gave me a glass, eyes low. "You should leave before night," he said. "Why?" I asked. He shook his head. "The sheriff owns this town." I drank slow, the taste of dust on my tongue. Hannah came back, her voice soft. "Why did you come here, Caleb?" "I needed work," I said. "My home is gone," she frowned. "You'll find nothing but pain here," I sighed. "My sister is young," I said. "She needs food, a bed, a safe home." Hannah nodded. "Safe is a dream here." The doors swung open. Ethan walked in, my old friend. His smile was wide, his eyes bright. "Caleb!" he shouted. "I thought you were dead." I stood, shocked. "Ethan," I said. "I can't believe it's you." He hugged me hard. "It's been years," he said. "Yes," I said. "Too many years." He looked at Hannah, then at me. "You picked the wrong town, friend," he said. "I just need work," I answered. He laughed. "Work?" "Work is trouble here." We sat at a table. Cards slapped. Money clinked. "Stay with me," Ethan said. "You'll be safe under my name." I looked in his eyes. Something felt broken, something I couldn't trust. Hannah poured drinks for the men. She looked back at me, her eyes warning. "Be careful with him," she said low. "He's part of Kane's shadow." I felt my stomach turn. But Ethan slapped my back. "You'll see," he said. "Dust Creek is gold. Or blood," Hannah muttered. The night grew darker. The street outside was empty. I left the saloon, my boots heavy with dust. The wind carried voices, whispers of fear. I looked at the stars. Clara's face filled my heart. I spoke to myself. I will find her a safe home. But deep inside, I knew Hannah was right. Dust Creek could kill me in one day. I brushed the horse and wiped my hands. The stable smelled of hay and dust. Ethan came in, grinning wide. "Caleb Turner," he said. "Still alive?" "Barely," I answered. "Work keeps me alive," he laughed. "Work?" "You always hated work." "I need money," I said. "I need food." "Same as me," he replied. "But I play smarter," I narrowed my eyes. "Smarter or dirtier?" He smirked. "Depends who's asking." I shook my head. "You haven't changed." "No," he said. "And neither have you." I leaned on the fence. "What do you want, Ethan?" I asked. He looked around. "A chance." "A deal? What kind of deal?" "The kind that pays," I sighed. "Last time you said that, we almost died." He shrugged. "Almost, but we lived, didn't we?" "I'm not looking for trouble." "Trouble finds you," he said. "It always does." The horse kicked the wood. I stroked its neck to calm it. Ethan lowered his voice. "Sheriff Kane runs this town." "But he isn't clean," I frowned. "What are you saying?" "He works with Harlan. Land, gold, the mines. And?" I asked. "And they need someone who won't be missed," My chest grew tight. You mean me? I asked. He smiled faintly. You always were quick. I stepped back. No, not me. Think about Clara, he said. She needs a safe home. I clenched my fists. You leave Clara out of this. Ethan raised his hands. I'm only saying money helps family. I spat on the dirt. And greed kills family. He looked hurt. I'm not the enemy, Caleb. Then don't act like one, I said. Night fell fast. Hannah found me near the saloon. Her face was pale under the lamp. You should be careful, she whispered. Of what? I asked. Of who? She said. Cain doesn't forgive mistakes, I frowned. You know him well? Her eyes dropped. Too well. What do you mean? I pressed. She bit her lip. He owns everyone here. Even me. I felt anger rise. He owns no one. She touched my sleeve. Don't fight him, please. I shook my head. He's just a man. She whispered. No, he's the law. We stood in silence. The piano played inside the saloon. Laughter mixed with shouts. But Hannah's voice stayed in my ear. Later, I walked behind the saloon. The night was heavy. I heard voices near the barn. I crouched low. Sheriff Cain stood with Mr. Harlan. The sheriff's badge shone under moonlight. Harlan held a bag. This is the payment, Harlan said. Cain nodded. And the land? Yours, Harlan said. Once the people are gone. And the problems? Cain asked. Removed, Harlan said. Fast and clean. My stomach twisted. They talked of men like animals. I gripped the wood fence. I wanted to shout. But fear held me still. Cain's voice was cold. No loose ends, he said. Harlan smiled. I trust you, Sheriff. They shook hands. The bag clinked with coins. I backed away. My boots scraped the dirt. The sound was loud in the night. I froze, heart racing. Who's there? Cain barked. I held my breath. A dog barked down the street. Cain cursed. Damn mutt, Harlan chuckled. You're jumpy. Too many eyes, Cain muttered. I slipped into the shadows. My pulse hammered in my ears. I ran until I reached the stable. Hannah waited there. She saw my face. You heard them, didn't you? I nodded. Her lips trembled. Then you understand now, I whispered. They'll kill anyone who stands in the way. She touched my arm. Stay out of it, Caleb. I can't, I said. Not when Clara lives here. One day here can kill you, she warned. Maybe, I said. But one day might save us too. Ethan met me outside the saloon. Come on, Caleb, he said. I need you, I frowned. For what? Just a small job, he said. Easy money, I shook my head. I don't trust easy, he laughed. It's nothing. A quick run. We walked down the dusty street. Tell me straight, I said. It's just moving a box, he said. From where? I asked. From the sheriff's storehouse, he said. My chest tightened. That's trouble, he smiled. No one will know. I stopped walking. Why me? Because you're my friend, he said. I sighed. You owe me honesty. He looked at the ground. Trust me. I wanted to believe him. We grew up together. I followed him to the barn. He showed me a wooden crate. Carry this, he whispered. What's inside? I asked. He shrugged. Don't ask. Just lift. I bent down and grabbed it. The door slammed open. Sheriff Cain stormed in with deputies. Thief! He shouted. I froze. Ethan stepped back, my face pale. Sheriff, it's him, Ethan said. My stomach dropped. Ethan, what are you doing? I shouted. He pointed at me. He planned it. That's a lie. I yelled. Cain's boot hit my chest. I fell hard in the dust. The deputies kicked me again. I groaned, pain spreading through my ribs. Cain sneered. Caught with the goods. I looked at Ethan. His eyes avoided mine. You set me up, I said. He whispered. I had no choice. No choice? I spat blood. You sold me out, I said. Cain grabbed my collar. Every man pays in Dust Creek, he said. His fist smashed into my face. They dragged me into the street. Townsfolk watched from porches. No one spoke. No one helped. I shouted, You all see this? Silence answered me. They shoved me into the jail. Bars slammed shut. My hands shook with rage. Ethan stood outside the door. I'm sorry, he whispered. Sorry won't fix this, I said. He turned away. Cain leaned against the wall. You'll rot here, he said. I glared at him. I did nothing, I said. He laughed. That's what they all say. The night grew cold. I sat on the hard floor. Blood dried on my lip. I thought of Clara, her smile, her fear. She needed me safe. The door creaked. Clara rushed in, tears falling. "Let him go!" she cried. Kane smirked. "Girl, calm down." She clung to the bars. "He's my brother," she sobbed. Kane leaned close. "Every man pays in Dust Creek," he said. Her face broke. "Please, Sheriff," she begged. "I'll do anything." He shook his head slowly. I shouted, "Don't beg him, Clara." Kane laughed. "You're a fool." Clara pressed her hand to mine. "Hold on," she whispered. "I'll find help." She was dragged out crying. I sat in silence. Ethan's words echoed in my mind. I had no choice. Lies, all lies. My trust shattered like glass. I swore I'd never forgive him. The cell was dark. I closed my eyes. My ribs ached. My heart ached more. In that moment, I understood. Friends can kill you faster than guns. The night was silent when Hannah came. She whispered through the bars. "Take this," she said. She pushed a small key into my hand. I stared at her. "What if they see you?" I asked. "They won't," she said. "Move fast." The lock clicked open. My heart beat hard. I followed her through the alley. We ran to the back of the saloon. Inside, it smelled of smoke and whiskey. She pulled me down into the cellar. Candles burned low. The air was damp and heavy. "Why risk this?" I asked. She looked at me, her eyes sharp. "Because I need you alive," she said. "Alive for what?" I asked. She bit her lip. "For truth," she said. I frowned. "Truth about what?" She breathed deep. "The sheriff," her voice shook. "He killed my brother," she said. My head jerked. "What?" She nodded. "Years ago, no trial." "No reason." I felt my fists clench. "Why didn't you tell anyone?" "I tried," she said. "No one listened." "He owns this town." Her hands shook as she reached into her dress. She pulled out a folded paper. "This is proof," she said. I took it with shaking hands. It was a letter. Dark ink on old paper, signed by Harlan. Words about money, land, and blood. "He paid the sheriff," Hannah said. For silence. "For death." My chest burned with rage. I felt my teeth grind. "I'll show this," I said. She grabbed my arm hard. "No, not yet," she said. "They'll kill you before you speak." I stared at her. "What do you want from me?" She swallowed. "I want justice," she said. "And I can't fight alone." I sat on the cold floor. My breath came heavy. "Why me?" I asked. "You're not afraid," she said. She leaned close. "One day can change everything," she whispered. I shook my head. "One day can also kill me." Her eyes filled with fire. "Then die for truth," she said. I looked away. Clara's face filled my mind. "I can't leave my sister," I said. "Then fight for her," Hannah said. "She will never be safe here." I pressed my hand on the letter. The paper crinkled under my fingers. It felt heavy, like a stone on my chest. "What if the town stays silent?" I asked. "Then you scream louder," she said. Her hand stayed on my arm. "Don't let him win." Footsteps echoed above us. I froze. She blew out the candles. "Stay quiet," she whispered. Voices drifted through the floorboards. Deputy Briggs laughed. "Sheriff says he won't last the week." My stomach turned. The voices faded. Hannah lit one candle again. Her face glowed in the dim light. "You see," she said. "We have no time." I gripped the letter. My hand shook but did not let go. "I'll do it," I said. "I'll bring the truth out." Her eyes softened. She touched my cheek. "You'll need courage," she said. "I have pain," I said. "That will be enough." We sat in silence. The cellar walls pressed close. I felt the weight of the night. But I also felt something new, hope. The sky was pale when I heard boots. I pressed my back to the wall. Briggs's voice carried through the street. "Where is he?" he shouted. I held my breath. Old Ben whispered, "Stay low, son." I nodded. My hands shook. "Why help me?" I asked. Ben sighed. "Because truth matters." Briggs's men searched the stalls. One said, "He can't hide forever." Briggs growled, "I'll find him." "At dawn he pays." Ben pushed me toward the barn. "Go," he said. "I'll slow them." "No," I whispered. "It's too dangerous." He smiled sadly. "I already lived my life." I crouched behind hay bales. Briggs entered the yard, gun drawn. "Ben," he barked. "Where's the outlaw?" Ben raised his hands. "Don't know." Briggs sneered. "You lie for him?" Ben answered. "I stand for justice." The shot cracked. Ben fell. "Ben!" I gasped, running forward. Blood spread across the dirt. Briggs laughed. One less fool. Rage filled my chest. "You'll pay for that!" I shouted. Briggs turned. "Then come out, coward." I stepped into the street. My boots kicked up dust. "You killed him," I said. "You're next," he smirked. We circled in silence. The town watched from windows. I saw faces but no voices. "Speak!" I yelled. "Say something!" No one moved. Only fear. Briggs fired first. The bullet missed. I dropped low and shot back. My gun grazed his shoulder. He cursed, firing again. Pain tore across my arm. I stumbled but stayed standing. Briggs charged with hate in his eyes. "You should have run," he said. I raised my gun. "I don't run anymore," I said. We fired at the same time. Smoke filled the street. Briggs dropped to his knees, bleeding. "You can't stop Kane," he gasped. I kicked his gun away. "Maybe not," I said. "But I'll try." Briggs coughed, blood on his lips. "You'll die like him." I looked at Ben's body. "No," I said. "I'll live for him." The crowd stepped outside slowly. Mothers, children, old men. They stared at Briggs, then at me. I shouted, "How many bodies?" My voice echoed through the street. "How many before you open your mouths?" They lowered their eyes. One man whispered, "We can't." I shook my head. "You can." "Fear keeps you chained." Silence answered me again. The sheriff's power held them. I felt rage and despair. Clara ran to me, tears streaming. "Daniel!" she cried. "You're hurt." I hugged her tight. "Ben is gone," I whispered. She sobbed. "He saved you." "Yes," I said. "And I won't waste it." Hannah came from the saloon, her face pale, her hands shaking. "You killed Briggs," she said softly. "He killed Ben," I answered. She touched my wound. "You bleed." "I bleed, but I still stand," I said. She nodded. The town saw. "They must speak now." "They won't," I said bitterly. "Then you speak louder," Hannah said. I looked at the people. "Your silence is blood," I said. "You saw him kill. You saw me fight. If you stay quiet, Kane wins forever," a child cried. An old woman crossed herself. But no one stepped forward. I felt weak. My hope cracked. I whispered, "One day in this town kills everything." Clara gripped my hand. "No," she said. "It didn't kill us." Her words pulled me back. I looked at her small face, brave but afraid. Her courage was all I had left. I kissed her forehead. "I keep my promise," I said. "We survive, Clara. We survive." I lifted Ben's body with help from Hannah. We carried him to the edge of town. The sun rose as we dug. My arm burned, my heart heavier than stone. We laid him down gently. I whispered, "Thank you." Hannah placed a flower on the grave. Clara cried into my coat. I stood tall. I faced the town one last time. "You hide today," I said. "But tomorrow the fire comes. And you can't hide forever." I turned away. Clara walked with me, holding my hand. Hannah followed close. Dust Creek stayed silent, but my heart was not. I promised Ben I'd keep fighting. I promised Clara I'd protect her, even if it killed me, because one day in the Wild West could kill you, but it could also give you reason to live. Doc Harper opened his door slowly. "Come in, Caleb," he whispered. I stepped inside. The room smelled of smoke. "You look tired," I said. He shook his head. I looked scared. "Why scared?" I asked. "Because truth is heavy," he said. I sat down on the wooden chair. "You sent for me," I said. He nodded. "Yes, I have something. What is it?" I asked. He looked at the floor. "Proof," he whispered. My chest tightened. "Proof of what?" I said. "Sheriff Kane's crimes," he said. I leaned closer. "What crimes?" He opened a box. Inside were papers, letters, and notes. He handed me one. I read fast. Names, dates, money. "He poisoned men," I said. "Yes," Doc said. "And he lied. He killed them?" I asked. Doc nodded. "For money. For power." I slammed my fist on the table. "Then why hide it?" I shouted. Doc raised his hands. "Fear, Caleb, fear." I leaned in close. "You let men die," I said. He shook his head. "I kept records. I hope one day. One day is now," I said. His lips trembled. "I cannot speak in court," he said. "Then give them to me," I said. Doc stared at me. "You will die." "Maybe," I said. "But the truth lives." He pushed the box toward me. "Take them," he whispered. I touched the papers. My hands shook with anger. The door creaked open. I spun around, gun ready. Ethan stood there, his eyes wide. "Don't shoot," he said. My blood boiled. "You betrayed me." He raised his hands. "I had no choice," and he said. "You chose yourself," I snapped. He looked at the floor. "I was weak," he said. Doc Harper frowned. "You should leave, boy," he said. Ethan shook his head. "No, I came to help," I laughed bitterly. "Help? You sold me out." He stepped closer. "I can fix it," he said. "You can't fix blood," I said. His voice cracked. "I regret it, Caleb, I swear." I held the gun tight. "Give me one reason," I said. "One reason not to shoot you now." Ethan's eyes filled with tears. "Because I'm still your friend." I felt rage. I felt pain. "You were my friend," I said. He reached out a hand. "I can testify," he said. Doc Harper gasped. "You would speak?" Ethan nodded. "Yes, I know his deals. I saw them." I stepped back. My heart pounded. "Why now?" I asked. "Because I saw Clara," he said. "She begged me to change." My breath caught. "You went to my sister?" He nodded. "She trusts me," I growled. "She is a child." "She said you need allies," he said. "And I am one." I looked at Doc Harper. He shrugged. "More voices mean strength." I shook my head. "Or more snakes," I said. Ethan wiped his face. "Let me prove myself," he said. "Give me one chance." I paced the floor. "My boots hit hard wood. I have Hannah's letter," I said. "I have these records," I said. "Now you want to join?" "Yes," Ethan said. "I want to fight." I stared at him. His face was pale. His hands shook. "Swear it," I said. He raised his hand. "I swear on my life," he said. "Not enough," I said. "Swear on Clara's name." He froze. His lips trembled. Then he whispered, "I swear." Doc Harper sighed. "Then take him, Caleb," he said. I lowered my gun slowly, but my heart stayed hard. "If you cross me again," I said, "I'll put you in the dirt." Ethan nodded. "I understand." I gathered the papers. The box felt heavy in my hands. It was truth. It was danger. Doc Harper leaned close. "You have what you need," he said. "Now get ready. Kane will kill you." I nodded. "Let him try." I walked into the night. Ethan followed me like a shadow. The moon lit the street. The town was silent. My heart was not. One thought echoed in my mind. I had the truth. But truth alone could not save me. The saloon was full that night. I stood on a chair. My hands shook. "Listen," I said. "I have the truth." Hannah placed the letter on the table. Doc Harper gave me his papers. "These are proof," I said. "The sheriff sold this town," a man shouted. "You lie!" I held up the letter. "Read this." The man came close, eyes wide. "It's signed by Harlan," I said. "And Sheriff Kane," whispers spread. Fear filled the room. Clara held my arm. "They don't believe," she whispered. "They will," I said. "They must." Mrs. Parker stood. "I lost my land." "He took it," another man shouted. "He killed my brother." The crowd grew louder. Anger rose, then the door slammed open. Sheriff Kane walked in, gun drawn. Deputy Briggs followed, rifle ready. "You think you can fight me?" Kane asked. I faced him. "We have proof," he laughed. "Proof dies with fire." He fired into the ceiling. The crowd screamed. Flames caught the wood. Smoke rose fast. "Shoot him!" Briggs yelled. I pulled my revolver. My hand was steady. "No," I said. "This is our town." Bullets flew. Glass shattered. Men ducked under tables. Hannah grabbed a gun from the bar. She fired at Briggs. He stumbled back. Clara cried out, "Daniel, help me!" I pulled her close. "Stay low." Smoke filled my lungs. My eyes burned. Kane shouted, "You will all obey!" I shouted back, "No more fear!" The crowd roared. Some grabbed chairs, some grabbed bottles. They rushed the deputies. Ethan appeared from the back. "Daniel, I'll help you," he cried. I aimed my gun at him. "You sold me once," I said. "I was wrong," he begged. "Then prove it," I said. "Fight him!" Briggs charged. Ethan tackled him. They rolled across the floor. The rifle went off. A man screamed. Flames spread across the saloon wall. The piano caught fire. Sparks filled the air. "Get out!" I shouted. "Save the town!" Hannah stood by me. "I won't leave," she said. "You'll die," I warned. "Then I'll die free," she said. We fired together. Kane dropped behind the bar. He cursed. "This is my law!" I answered, "Not anymore." The crowd grew brave. Men swung axes, women threw bottles. The deputies fell one by one. Kane's men ran out the back. Ethan rose, blood on his face. "I saved you," he said. "You saved yourself," I told him. "Still," he said, "I fought." I nodded once. "Then keep fighting." The roof cracked. Flames climbed higher. "Daniel, we must leave," Clara cried. "Not yet," I said. "Kane is still here. Smoke blinded me." Hannah coughed hard, but her hand held the gun steady. "Together," she whispered. "Yes," I said. "Together." Kane rose from behind the bar. His coat was burned, his eyes wild. "You think you won?" he yelled. I aimed at him. "It's not over," he fired. The shot missed. I fired. My bullet hit the bar. The fire roared louder. Kane laughed, choking on smoke. "One day in Dust Creek," he said, "is enough to kill you all." I stepped forward. "Then today you fall," I said. The townsfolk cheered. They pushed Kane's men out the door. The fire spread to the street. "Take Clara," I shouted to Hannah. "No," Clara cried. "Not without you." "Go," I yelled. "I will end this." Clara sobbed but ran with Hannah. I faced Kane alone. "The flames dance between us. You will beg," Kane said. "I will never beg," I answered. Our guns rose at the same time. The fire cracked. The town screamed, but I stood tall. I was ready for the last fight. The fire lit the street. Smoke burned my throat. I stood in the dust. My hand shook on the gun. Sheriff Kane stepped forward. His eyes cut like knives. "You're nothing, Caleb," he sneered. "This town belongs to me." I breathed hard. "Not tonight," he laughed. "You think one man can stop me?" "I'm not alone," I said. Hannah shouted from behind me. "We all know the truth, Kane." Clara's voice cracked. "You killed too many." The sheriff raised his gun. "Silence!" "This town fears me. Always has. Always will." I raised mine too. My chest pounded. "Kane, fear ends here." The fire popped loud from the saloon. Flames danced on broken windows. The people watched, frozen. Kane sneered. "These fools won't fight. They need me." Doc Harper spoke up. "No, we need justice," the crowd murmured. Some held rifles. The sheriff fired first. The shot ripped the night. I stumbled back. The bullet cut my arm. Pain burned, but I stood. "You missed," I said through my teeth. His grin spread. "I never missed twice." He lifted his gun again. I thought of Clara's face. I thought of Hannah's courage. I thought of old Ben's warning. "Don't let him win," he had said. I steadied my hand. "This ends now," I whispered. He fired again. The bullet tore the dirt near my boots. I pulled the trigger. The sound cracked. Kane staggered. Blood spread across his chest. He dropped his badge in the dust. His gun slipped from his hand. He gasped, falling to his knees. "This town was mine." "No," I said. "It was never yours." He tried to stand, but his legs failed. Hannah stepped closer, eyes wide. "He's finished," she said. Clara sobbed. "Is he dead?" Kane coughed blood. His voice was weak. "You think they'll thank you?" "They'll turn on you, too." I shook my head. "I don't need thanks. I need truth." The sheriff collapsed. His eyes rolled back. For the first time, Dust Creek was quiet. The people stood still. No one cheered. No one moved. The fire hissed in the wind. Doc Harper came to me. "You're bleeding," he said. "I'll live," I muttered. Hannah tore cloth from her dress. "Hold still," she said, wrapping my arm. Clara clung to me. "You're alive," she cried. "Yes," I said, holding her tight. "But it's not over yet." The crowd looked down at Kane's body. Deputy Briggs was gone, dead in the fire. The badge lay twisted in the dirt. Mrs. Parker bent to pick it up. "Should we keep it?" she asked. "No," I said quickly. "Let it rot with him." She nodded and dropped it back. Ethan came from the shadows. His hands shook. His face was pale. "I didn't want this," he said. "You betrayed me," I spat. "I was scared," he cried. "Kane forced me," Hannah shouted. "You had a choice." Clara turned away from him. Ethan fell to his knees. "I'm sorry, Caleb, please. Forgive me." I looked at him long. "You live by fear." "Now live with guilt." I turned my back. The crowd followed. We walked to the square. The fire still burned, but the night air felt different. The sheriff was gone. The weight was gone. Clara asked softly, "Is it really over?" I stared at the stars above. "For tonight," I said. "But tomorrow will be harder." Hannah put her hand on my shoulder. "You killed him," she said. "We killed him," I answered. She nodded. Yes, together. The people gathered close. Doc Harper spoke loud. The law is dead, but we are alive. Tonight we are free. A cheer rose, weak at first, then stronger, louder. Clara smiled through tears. Hannah gripped my hand tight. I looked back one last time. The sheriff's body lay still. His secret died with him. The badge gleamed in the dirt, covered slowly by ash, I whispered to myself. One day in the Wild West could kill you. But tonight we lived. The fire was gone. Smoke still hung in the street. I held Clara close. My arms shook. She whispered, "Is it over?" "Yes," I said. "The sheriff is dead." Her tears touched my shirt. "We can be safe now?" she asked. I nodded. Safe, at least for tonight. Hannah stepped from the shadows. Her dress was torn, her face marked with blood. She looked at me. "You lived," she said. "And you?" I answered. She touched her cheek. "I don't feel alive." "You are," I said. "You stood strong." Clara reached for Hannah's hand. "Thank you for helping us," Clara said. Hannah gave a weak smile. "I did it for him too." She pointed at me. I felt heat rise in my chest. The townsfolk gathered slowly. "Doc Harper came first?" He coughed. "It's finished?" he asked. I looked around. "The sheriff is gone." "Dust Creek is free." Old Mrs. Parker crossed herself. But silence covered the street again. I raised my voice. "One day can kill you here, but one day can also change you." The people listened. "No more fear," I said. "No more blood for money," a man shouted. "Who leads now?" I shook my head. "Not me." "I am no sheriff," Clara whispered, "but you gave us hope." I said, "Hope belongs to all, not one man." Hannah stepped beside me. "Then we rebuild," she said. "Yes," I answered. Together, the crowd began to leave. Doors opened. Horses neighed. Children ran to their mothers. Life crept back into Dust Creek. Clara leaned against me. "Do we leave tomorrow?" she asked. I touched her hair. Maybe we stay." Her voice shook. "I want a home." "You will have one," I said. "I promise." Hannah looked at the broken jail. "My brother died there," she whispered. I placed my hand on her shoulder. "He is free now," I said. She nodded slowly. "And so am I." We walked together to the edge of town. The night sky opened above us. Stars shone bright, clean, and silent. I whispered, "We survived." Clara whispered back, "We lived." Hannah said, "And tomorrow will come." I looked at both of them. Clara, my family. Hannah, my strength. I felt the weight of the day. The Wild West had taken blood. It had taken friends. It had taken peace. But it gave me truth. One day was enough, I said. They heard me, and together we walked into the night,